Welcome back to the Realist Reviews. Today's review is focused on 2021's movie entitled Candyman, the official sequel from the 1992 movie with the same title. And the official synopsis of Candyman, the sequel, is a sequel to the horror film Candyman 1992 that returns to the now gentrified Chicago neighborhood where the legend began. And before I give up my review, please like and subscribe and comment and tell me what I should review next. And I would say when it comes to the sequel of Candyman, I thought this sequel was not bad, but at the same time, I was a little bit disappointed with how things were transpired in the movie. I just wanted more than what we all saw. Like some things in the movie were not bad, were actually pretty good. But then there were other times where I felt like it could have been just done with just more like umph, if you know what I mean. So here is my movie review and everything else. The first thing that I enjoyed about this movie were the characters. I felt like Yahya Abdul Mateen II as Anthony McCoy. He was an interesting character. He is a struggling artist who is trying to figure out what his next project would be, and he decides to make the project do based on the urban legend of Candyman by entitling it Say His Name. And when he does that, he basically opens up Pandora's box because of just some of the crazy things that happens. And with his character, I did enjoy it a lot as he was someone who was, I would say, probably bold, not afraid, um, visually like optimistic, like always looking for a new opportunity to express himself visually and creatively. And Teyana Paris as Brianna Cartwright. She is Anthony's girlfriend in the movie, and she's also a art gallery director. And I did enjoy her character a lot as well, as she was someone who did not believe in Candyman. She thought that Candyman and everything else was just awesome BS, but sooner or later she will find out the truth. Now, Coleman Domingo as William Burke, I definitely did enjoy his character in this movie, and out of all, I think that he is a good actor. In this movie, he tells Anthony about the tale of Candyman and some of the past horrors that Candyman has committed through many decades, through many centuries, and tells them the horrors of the gentrified Chicago town as well. And he is one of those type of characters where you have to watch out about him because I would say that his intentions of what he wants is not the best intentions, if that makes sense. And another character that I was glad that they brought back was Vanessa Williams' character, Anne McCoy from the original Candyman, as she knows who Candyman is. She knows what Candyman is capable of, and she does not want to hear anyone ever say that man's name again because of what she experienced in the first movie. And although her role is very limited, it was still really good to see her make a small cameo appearance. Another thing that I enjoyed about the sequel was the fact is that they definitely did talk about the original movie as in like a horror tale of somewhat. And I'm glad that they actually brought up the first movie and not pretending that it doesn't exist. I really did enjoy that. I would say when it came to how some of the scenes were shot, when it came to like telling the stories, the folk tales of Candyman or just the first movie, the way that they did it with just stick figures and everything else, and how it all looked it on screen, I really did enjoy it. That was a really, really nice touch, to say the least. And I would say the first things that I did not like about this movie, first and foremost, was that I did feel like the third act of the movie definitely did felt rushed, as it felt like they was just trying to like tell the story and just get it over with, just like that. I felt like they wanted to get it over with without any more build up for what happens. The second thing that I did not enjoy about this movie was that I felt like some of the killings in the movie were not that special. Like in the first movie, how people were killed off was something extremely crazy and everything else. In the second movie, some people are killed off on screen, but then a lot of the killings were taking place off screen, where you only have to use your imagination to figure out what happens, and that definitely does happen a lot. And I would say the last thing that I did not enjoy about this movie, and this is probably a spoiler alert for those that have not seen it yet, was Tony Todd's limited appearance. When this movie was first announced, I thought that Tony Todd was going to have like a bigger presence in this movie than when he did. And he does appear in the movie, but it is very, and I do mean very, very limited. And like, I wanted to see more of Tony Todd than what we did get. But out of all, this movie, it's not the best, but at the same time, it's not the worst that I've seen. And how I would rate Candyman out of 5 stars, I would probably give Candyman maybe 2.5 stars out of 5. Until next time, goodbye.